the start of the school year, but there are still a lot of questions that you have about virtual learning and how it's going to work, especially for students with special needs.
WMER2 News' Abby Isaac spoke to a special education law attorney about the issues his clients are facing and what he sees happening come this fall.
We already know children with disabilities are already behind their non-disabled peers. And the gap is just going to get wider and wider and wider.
For special education law attorney Wayne Steedman and his clients, it's a pretty dire situation.
Several kids that I represent wind up psychiatrically hospitalized during this time because they don't have any of the services that they were getting before.
As schools get ready to start the fall virtually, his families are worried. They've seen their children regress with less support and structure, and they don't know how their child's IEPs, individualized education programs, will be followed, if at all.
If those IEPs can't be implemented, which for the most part they really can't be done virtually, then they're not receiving an appropriate education. So some kids are getting really nothing. I mean, some of the kids I'm representing are getting nothing. And I won't say it's because the schools aren't trying. I think the schools have tried, but they're limited in what they can do.
And that's where Steedman comes in. He and other specialized attorneys will work collaboratively with the schools to hold them accountable.
If there's a problem, we're going to, instead of filing a lawsuit, we're going to say, let's meet. We'll have a meeting to discuss the child's IEP and what's being done and what isn't being done and what we can do, to fix that.
And he says those meetings will all be virtual. One positive thing that's come out of the pandemic. And he hopes these virtual IEP meetings become an option for good because it's more convenient for his families.
These IEP meetings are always held in the middle of the day and people have to take off work. And if they, can maybe take an hour from their lunch break or some other kind of break, they don't have to miss work. They don't have to take half a day off or take a whole day off.
For WMAR2 News, I'm Abby Isaacs.